Welcome to Cars at Carro, and today we have with us the Honda Civic. A model that's adored by car lovers through the generations. You can easily find old and new Honda Civics on the road. It's a popular pick for gearheads, first-time car owners, and even street racing enthusiasts. But why is the Honda Civic so popular and iconic? When it was first introduced in 1972, the Civic was actually a two-door car, but since then it has gone through several generational changes, becoming larger and more upscale. The Civic gained a reputation for providing drivers with a sporty and high-quality drive at an affordable price point. These cars are also known to be super reliable machines with little maintenance work needed throughout the entire ownership journey, making it an easy pick for car buyers who don't want to break the bank but require a solid car. Also, and most importantly, the Civic offers a thrilling drive despite not having a big and powerful engine. And of course, since it's a VTEC, the Civic is able to perform excellently while still clocking good fuel economy. But before you continue with the rest of the video, please show us support by liking and sharing this video and subscribing to our channel here. Let's talk about the design of this car. It's undeniably sporty with its blacked out front and angular chunky rear. These sharp lines can be found everywhere on the car from the front to the sides. The back gets the same angular lines but in the form of C-shaped taillights and an angled boot. The silhouette of the Civic has that fastback vibe and looks pretty unique too. It's not just the car that has a sloping roofline and a bulky boot. No, it's pretty unique with the big taillights and the short spoiler. The headlights on the Civic are LEDs, which also function as daytime running lights. They look sharp and fit the overall look of this car really well. An added benefit for some is the huge market for modifying Honda Civics. Parts are pretty easy to come by because of how popular this car is. It's a great car if you like to play around with modifications and customize your car. The sporty exterior styling continues onto the interior, however, that may not necessarily be a good thing. Although it looks really good from the outside, the sloping roof can cause serious problems for the passengers in the rear. As you can see, there's not much headroom in here, which could be a problem for anybody more than 1.8 meters tall. Also, the windows are much smaller, so it can feel a little claustrophobic in here since there's not much light. Other than that, the rear seats are pretty spacious with plenty of legroom to compensate. In the driver's seat, you'll find that the seating position is low and sporty. The seat is really comfortable and hugs your body quite nicely. Also, the steering wheel is really functional with many useful media control buttons. This works hand in hand with the fully digital dashboard. That's right, the Civic gets a fully digital dashboard which has a load of features that you can access from just the steering wheel alone. You can use the navigation, check vehicle information, and even make calls while keeping your hands safely on the wheel. Not only does the digital dashboard have a ton of features packed in it, it also looks pretty good. The design of the fuel and temperature gauge in the Civic seems to have inspired other car manufacturers like BMW to adopt a similar style. You also get a 5-inch touchscreen that comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But do take note that you have to plug your phone in order to use these systems, which seems a little troublesome. Besides that, the infotainment system offers the basics, a navigation system, Bluetooth pairing, and doubles up as a screen for the rear backup camera. You know how in most cars you usually have to put your phone in a cup holder or in the storage compartment underneath the armrest? It's quite rare to find a dedicated spot to place your phone. But in the Civic, there's a spacious compartment in the middle for your phone, your wallet, and your keys. There's even a USB socket for you to charge your phone if and when the need arises. I wish more car makers would follow suit by allocating space for valuables when designing their cars. We've come to the best part of the Civic, which is the drive. The Civic has a 1.5-liter inline 4 VTEC engine that is turbocharged. So what is VTEC? It actually stands for Variable Valve Timing and Lift Control. What this does is that it changes the cam profile in the higher RPMs when certain conditions are met. This allows more air to get in and out of the cylinder. In layman's terms, this means higher performance when you step on the pedal and lower fuel consumption when you're just cruising around. This VTEC engine is really fun to drive, especially since you now have pedal shifters, which makes kicking in VTEC so much easier. Besides VTEC, the engine feels quite powerful on the road. It produces a maximum of 170 horsepower and 220 Newton meters of torque. Although these aren't fantastic figures, it's still a very fun car to drive because of how dynamic the engine is with a turbo and VTEC. The fuel efficiency is rated at 14.9 kilometers per liter, which is not as great as other cars in this class, but I guess that's something you'll just have to sacrifice for such a thrilling drive. It's still a pretty pleasant ride despite it being known as an affordable sporty sedan. If you're looking for an exciting yet practical sedan, then the Honda Civic is for you. It's probably one of the most fun cars to drive at this price point, and yet still practical enough to be a family vehicle. If you're in the market for a Honda Civic, then Carro is the place to be. Buy your next car with peace of mind and guaranteed satisfaction, as all our cars have passed a rigorous 150-point inspection check where we cover an array of parts from the battery, engine, and even air conditioning. Get 30-day full access to our workshop for wear and tear issues related to any of your car safety components, and even enjoy full assurance with our special return policy where you can return the car within 3 days and pick another if you decide the car's not right for you. Book a test drive today, we can't wait to see you.